Hey guys, welcome back. If you're new, please remember to subscribe to my channel. Click that notification bell for future videos. I upload every Thursday at 3 p.m. Today we're going to create sexy beach waves with just 4 simple rubber bands. Check it out. All right guys, let's get started. So how to create easy beach waves without having to blow dry your hair, without having to do a whole lot to your hair. This is like the easiest process you will ever go through. And it really only works if you have longer hair. So I have my extensions in right now, which is why I wanted to film this video to show you guys how I create this nice, beautiful beach wave type look. And all you need are 4 simple products. So you need your Bumble thickening spray, which you guys know I'm obsessed with this stuff. AG Firewall, another product I'm obsessed with. And then just any kind of serum works. I'm using this platinum one by OGX. It's penetrating oil. It kind of cuts the brassiness but leaves the shine as well. So it almost like works like a purple shampoo would, but it's an oil, and it's really good serum. And then I just use 4 rubber bands, and that's it. That's all you need to create this look. And of course a brush. But what I start off with, I don't use any hairspray or anything. That's the beauty of this whole look, is it's just so effortless. I can leave it for like 3 or 4 days. It just really helps with not putting a lot of product on my hair and not putting a lot of heat on my hair. That's why I absolutely love this look. It's like effortless beach waves. So what I do first is when I get out of the shower, my hair is wet. I spray my hair with my leave-in conditioner. I usually use It's a 10. And then I take some of this oil, I just kind of put a little bit of the oil and just run it through like this area. Then I take my AG Firewall spray and I just spray it like that. This stuff smells really good. And then it's just a nice, like, it's a good heat protector, but it's also just, it also leaves your hair really shiny. I actually just use it even when I don't use heat. I just love that spray. It's so good. It's one of my favorite hair products. And then all you need is like 4 like really soft rubber bands. I like these Nike ones because they're nice and thick and they don't crease, especially with your hair wet and what we're doing. We don't want anything where it's gonna leave like indentions, and this is a perfect rubber band to use. So I think I bought these at Kohl's, I wanna say, I can't remember, but they're just Nike rubber bands. They're really good for the gym. So what I'll do is I'll take 4 sections. I think the best way to do this is to wait like 15 minutes, 15-20 minutes, let your hair air dry a little bit. Because you don't want it to be so wet that if you don't have enough time frame between the time you do this and the time you wake up in the morning, your hair could still be pretty damp and it will just kind of ruin the whole point of this. So you want it to be, I don't know, not dry obviously, but not sobbing wet either, and you didn't give it enough time. And all you're gonna do is just braid the bottom like that. So just over, under. Really easy, just braids. Nothing extravagant. It's not a French braid or anything like that. It's just simple braids. And I try to go almost all the way down, but of course, like any beach wave, when you curl your hair, you always leave the ends out anyway, because you don't want that part to be curled or kinky or bent in any kind of way. That's the part that you leave out, and it's more on the straight end. And then you just take your rubber band and you gotta secure it pretty good, because when you sleep, you don't want it to fall out. So I just kind of get it in there nice and tight. And they don't fall out when I sleep, which is nice. Not these rubber bands at least. And then I'll just do the same thing with this section. Again, just braiding it like that. Just over, under. Really simple. It's a lot easier to do too when your hair is wet, because you can really make sure you get all those strands in there. Now it's going to bend because I already had curl in it. I also have naturally wavy hair, so that helps too. I would recommend you leave them in for a good amount of time if you don't have naturally wavy hair. So right now it's gonna work because it's already I already did this process. My hair was kind of skimpy right there, so I made sure to go 1 more round with the rubber band. And then same process on this side. I just kind of section it off right now because I don't want it to get in the way. So then I'm going to take that hair and I'm just going to, again, just break it into 3 sections, going over, under. Just an easy braid. You literally can do this without a mirror. That's how easy it is. I mean, it's easier with a mirror, but you could do it without a mirror. And then you're just going to take that all the way down. Then you'll take that last section. All you need is 4 sections. I'm gonna go up a little high on this right here, just so I can get my wave going up on top. And then and then you start to look like Pippi Longstocking. If you're young, you probably don't know who Pippi Longstocking is. But she used to wear 2 French braids. You can Google her. I think she had red hair, if I remember right. It's been a while. Comment below if you remember Pippi Longstocking. Then I'll know you're around my age. Then I'll know you're a child of the 80s. All right, there you go. So that's what it starts to look like. All right, let me get my mirror going on here because otherwise I can't see what's going on. So that's kind of what you would do, and then you just fall asleep like that. It's really simple, and it gets your hair out of the way too. What you could do is, I just have a curling iron right now, but you could take a flat iron, and if it's not all the way dry in the morning, you could just take your flat iron or your curling iron and make sure, or even a blow dryer, and just really like make sure that that's nice and dry and heated, because again, the heat's gonna actually activate that curl even more. So you could do that. It's even easier with the flat iron. And then what you could do is just smooth out your ends too while you're there. Just smooth out the ends. I always find it easier to smooth out your ends with the flat iron, but since we already have a curling iron out, we're just gonna use the curling iron. And you don't wanna curl it, you just wanna smooth it out. And I love these Hot Tools curling irons. This is, I think, a little bit bigger than I even normally use, but Hot Tools are just one of the best curling irons out there. So that's it, that's all you do. So let's just say we went to bed, you're all well rested, and then in the morning, like I said, if it's still damp, you can feel it too. If your braids are still damp, take that blow dryer and really make sure that it's, you know, pretty darn dry, because if it's still sopping wet, it's gonna defeat the whole purpose. So you wanna make sure it's nice and dry. And what I like to do is, like, some of these areas right here where I have like a bang, an unwanted bang, I'll blow dry those first in the night, like the night before, and make sure it's nice and smooth on top so that it's not too like crazy kinky or fro-like, because my hair is so, yeah, it's not nice and pretty and smooth like, yeah, like I would want it to be. You would just take those little areas and just kind of smooth them out before you do this, because they're not going to fit in the braids, so you want to make sure that that part's smooth. And then let's just pretend like we had them in all night, and I'm going to get curl right now just because I already had curl, so keep that in mind. So you're just going to take the braids out like that. See how it's already creating like that natural wave without any effort? How amazing is that? Look at that. It's so simple, you guys. This is like the most simple hairstyle, and it looks so sexy and cute and just like perfect for the summertime. I just love this look, and it's so easy. I mean, all you needed was 4 rubber bands to create this look. Let's just say you didn't get the curl you had aspired to have. You would just take like, let's just take like this little section right here, and you could take your curling iron and then just go in and curl away from your face like that, and just leave that end out just like that. Just kind of leave it in there for a second, and then you can really develop a tighter curl if that's what you want. So like this little section right here, maybe it didn't get curled as much as you want it to, so you just take your brush. I like to take my HE spray a little bit there, and then you would just take that, make sure that the end, that little flat part, is going towards your face, and then you're gonna go away from your face. And you can go every other too to create more texture. I'm actually using the curling iron. I did a flat iron beach wave tutorial recently too, so you can create the beach waves that way too. I mean, just say it didn't curl as much as you wanted it to, or you wanted it a little bit tighter, you can do that. But the good part is you already created that bend, so it makes it so much easier to go in and do it this way, and you don't have to hold it in there that long. So that's kind of creating. And let's just say, okay, this one we'll pull, I'm gonna show you the difference of pulling it forward. So that one went back, and now I'm gonna pull this one forward like this. So this is gonna just kind of create more dimension. And then just hold it in there. Don't make your curling iron too hot either, that's the trick. See how that created more dimension by going back forward? And then I'll take this one and I'll go back with it. Take a little bit bigger section, and I'm gonna go backwards now, away from my face. And then just hold it there for a second, and that's it. It's so simple, you guys. Look at that, how easy that was. And that's because I already created that bend with the braid. And you didn't even have to do that if you didn't want to. I mean, look at how pretty that still looks without even having to curl it. So that's just if you want to. Like some of these pieces right here, I can even fix right there. So like, just say you didn't even want to do the whole section, you could just take little sections and just curl the ones that you want to and just kind of create that nice wave. So the ones closest to my face, I don't like to go forward and back motions. I like to make them all back, just because I feel like when they're close to your face like that, you don't want them coming forward. You really want them to go back. So just creates just nice, beautiful, soft waves. So then this front section, I would go again flat forward, and I would just go back away from my face like that. Like that. See how it just kind of creates that little squirrel right there? And then you'll take like this part, I'll break it up and do the same thing, flap towards you guys, and then just like that. A lot of people like the wands. I'm not a big fan of the wand. I'm old school, and I just kind of like the flat part. It's just easier for me to work with. But a lot of people like the wands better. And then I'm gonna take that section and I'm just gonna go backwards. Kind of like the curl I want more to my scalp. And this one, because they're shorter pieces and this is the part that I want straight on the bottom, I can go all the way down with. And of course that's gonna be a little bit tighter than I normally would want it, but that's okay because it's gonna loosen up. So you have to remember that too. Those curls are going to loosen up. Then you would just take that and curl back like that. Just like that, and just let it go. Look how easy that look was. And then I would just take my Bumble and Bumble texturing spray, and I would just spray in where you want it to like kind of lift. Where you would normally like tease it is where I would spray it. And look at how much that just creates nice texture to the hair. See how pretty that is? I mean, it's a little big right now, but hey, for me, the bigger the better. Hello. I mean, who doesn't want bigger? All right, let's go back to hair. And then we'll just twist that. So some pieces you're gonna have to kind of play with, and then just kind of let it be. Just like that, you guys. It's so simple. Let me put that far away. See how pretty that looks? I mean, I just love how easy this hairdo is. And you can even go back and take some more oil if you want the next morning once you're done, and just kind of run it through the ends like that. Just creating that nice, soft, tousled look. You can even take it up here if you want. You don't want to do too much to the scalp if you don't have extensions, or you want your hair to stay full. Don't do too much on the scalp with the oils. So just kind of keep it this way. So like I'm gonna take this piece right here. The more you play with it, the better it's gonna get. So you play with it, you take the curl out if you have to, and you redo and put curls where you want it to be. So just like that. It's just creating nice, beautiful, big beach waves. You didn't even have to like tease your hair. You didn't have to use hairspray. You didn't have to blow dry your hair. You didn't even really have to curl it if you didn't want to. So the other day, I didn't use any curling iron or flat iron or anything. I literally just did the braids, and it came out so beautiful. Like, it just came out perfect that next morning. So I really love it. And the good part is, like, say the first day it comes out really pretty and you don't need to curl your hair at all. So you go back and you do it the next day. But the next day you felt like, okay, I've lost some of that wave. So you can go in and just take little sections. It's so easy. That took me like 2 minutes to use the curling iron. So you're not going to be spending an hour trying to curl your hair, because you already have that natural bend going. So I love this look, you guys. This is one of my favorite looks. I like nice, beautiful, straight hair, but a lot of the times I don't want to take the time to sit there and blow dry it for hours and then flat iron. It just takes too long, especially when I have my extensions in, and it just takes forever. So then let's just say we did this for the first 2 days. We still didn't want to wash it. With extensions, you shouldn't wash your hair every day. Now I can go and say, okay, what do I want to do on the third day where I still want that nice beach wave, but I want to do something different? You could do different looks with this. So you can also go and do like a low pony, just taking like part of your hair, like maybe leaving out some of those front curls and like poofing that up a little, and then just put like a rubber band or a scrunchie or whatever you want, and you've got a cute low pony like that. So that's one way to do it. You can wear like an off-the-shoulder shirt and do something cute like that, you know, just kind of fluff up that top part. And you can even tease this a little bit if you want a little bit more height there, depending on your preference. You can take a little bit of your hair and, you know, wrap it around your pony. You can put your ponyo, you can do whatever you want to create something cute. And you've got loose beach waves in a ponytail like that. Or you can even do a side pony. You can take your hair and go this way and do like a side pony like this, and just leave out the ends like that, and you've got nice beach waves right there. And again, just leaving out the sides. There's so many different ways to create cute hairstyles with your beach waves. And then just say you don't want all this hair there, you can just take like another round of the rubber band and pull half of it through and create like a little side bun. And then just take some bobby pins and just kind of clip it, and now you've got a nice side hairdo like that. So then you can wear it like that too. So you've got a nice little like updo. I mean, this is cute for like you're going to a wedding. Say you wore your hair like this a couple days in a row, and now you have a wedding on a Friday. So you wore this Wednesday, Thursday, and you have a wedding on a Friday or Saturday. You can take this same hairdo, you know, again, just like leaving it poofy, and then just take pins, like bobby pins or push pins or barrettes or whatever you want to do. You can even do like those little decorative barrettes and just kind of place them in there, those little twisties, and just take little sections and just spread it around, and you've got a beautiful side updo. I mean, how simple was that? That took me 2 minutes to do that, and it's like perfect. I wore it like this the other day, and it was so cute. Now you just got a perfect updo, formal dress. It's going to be gorgeous. So then you just take it out, and guess what? Now you have your hair still wavy the next day. You could still even just do that. It's just so simple. There's so many, you could do a high ponytail and have it nice and wavy. There's so many different possibilities you can do with your hair in beach wave type curls. I mean, you can do that straight, but it just gives it more texture and more fullness when your hair is wavy. So really simple. Again, all I needed was 4 products, and you probably don't even need the Firewall that much, as long as you have the thickening spray and some type of oil. 4 simple rubber bands, another rubber band if you want to use it to like do the side ponies and stuff like that. I used my wet dry brush and a comb, which I didn't even really need. Really simple, really easy. I just wanted to give you guys a simple tutorial on something that everyone can do, especially if you're on vacation, because it's summertime and a lot of people are gonna go to like tropical vacations where you just don't want to spend a lot of time on your hair. You don't want to sit there and blow dry your hair for an hour when you can be out doing things with your significant other or your family members. And there's so many things you want to be able to live in those moments and not spend all that time blow drying your hair. Well, this is a simple way to do it without having to do anything but just get out of the shower and braid your hair. So simple, so easy. I hope these tutorials help you guys. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Give this video a huge thumbs up. Set your notification bell for future videos, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks guys, bye.